Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Football Tribe UG channel. We are back yet again with Aldrine Nsubuga Senior to tap into his cup of wisdom when it comes to everything football. And let me allow him, say hello to you, and then we'll get straight to the conversation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to be back.
It's always a pleasure to have Aldrine. The last time I hosted Aldrine, some of the feedback that I got from my colleagues with whom we're in the same age range was very, very exciting. Very excited to see you on the channel. But in terms of football, there is only one place to start. We'll start home. My quick question is, are you now back from last time we checked, you had gone to Bul FC on loan. And now that the old league format has been restored, maybe you returned home. What's up with that?
No, it had nothing to do with the format. No. My loan move to Bul as a supporter, as a fan, had nothing to do with the format. It had everything to do with the state of my club, KCCA. I thought and I felt for a long time that they lost their way. They had lost the mentality of a big club. As far as I'm concerned, KCCA must be the biggest club in Uganda. Okay. Everything we're doing off the pitch and on it didn't show that we are interested anymore in being dominant. That frustrates when you see newcomers like Vipers now being the team or the club, the one that we all now want to probably emulate. It hurts. Even clubs like Villa, who usually are disorganized off the pitch when they begin winning trophies in recent seasons, and ours is 7 years ago. There's so much that wasn't going on. And also the behavior of our leadership. That doesn't seem to even be aware that we're a big club. They are tossed around, they are bulldozed, they never stand on their ground, they can't advance causes for the club, one or two little things and they shake out of their boots. That's not how big clubs behave. So I was frustrated, and I had therefore decided that this season I'm going to take a back seat because I have to support something. I'm a football man. Yes. I look for the nearest thing, yellow. I went to Bull, but as you know, like all loan moves, at any one time you can be recalled. It was cancelled after
the one of Mark did not ask from Chelsea to Sunderland.
Exactly.
He did not kick a ball for Sunderland.
And don't forget, when you go on loan, it is your home club that pays your salary. They decide when you come back, everything is up to them.
When you get injured, you go back home for rehabilitation.
Exactly. In this case, I saw a few changes here and there. I thought lately we are performing better on the pitch. And I thought, okay, I don't have to stay on loan forever. So let me just be back. I have to admit, though, my son played a big part. I have a footballing son who is in S4 VAC.
Okay.
He trains with KCCA, the young team. Okay. So he's back, and I felt
you needed to.
He is because I am. He's KCC because I'm KCC. He's Liverpool because I'm Liverpool. I thought, as a parent, that would be a very bad example to the boy. He was at school, so he didn't know that I was on loan. So I had to play this very, very fast before he finds it somewhere that
that dad has defected.
That I'm on the loan. So he played a big part. I had to confuse that very fast. Of course, he's already back at Logogo training. He's playing, and it's all good.
Interesting. You mentioned the team's performance improving. Let's touch on that slightly. 6 games in, they've only lost 1 game to a worthy opponent in Vipers, being stung by their own former player in Alan Okello, but 3 wins and 2 draws. They are at the summit of the league table, along with Police FC, but we know Police FC may not be one of the teams that we look at to grind it out for the length of the course of the season. Do you think KCCA can, push for the title this season?
Quite elevating, because among the wins so far is Villa. Every time you have a fellow giant as one of your victims, it's okay, it's good. It shows you that you are not so far off. So having beaten Villa, and by the way, I am convinced in this moment, not just this season, but also last season, I think on the football pitch, Villa plays the better football. Okay. They look the better team, even on the eye. And after the recruitment of that Serbian coach and the other recruitments they've done amongst the players, and the way they play, you feel their ambition is right there. They're doing the right things. And because of that, when we beat them, I felt, okay, now I believe we are moving forward. So I don't think we are on top by accident. I think the wins we've posted are worthy wins. And and I look at some of the players and the ones that are showing promise, I'm thinking, okay, if we can work on one or two things, I think this year we can compete.
With a blend of experience from the likes of Lukwago in goal and everything.
Though Lukwago has been at fault for at least 2 or 3 goals this season, and I thought a man of his experience, should it have happened? The goal we conceded against Vipers, I squared. I know our defense is not that good, but I felt a goalkeeper with his experience should have done better, really.
In that moment.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's good that you point out the victory against Villa, because we're not talking about the Villa side of about 4 years ago that were a bit unstable. We didn't know what was going to happen. They're now a more stable club under the president, Umar Mandela. But anyways, we'll leave that at that and quickly go to the issue of some managerial changes here and there, particularly with NEC. Hussein Mbalango had been suspended for 2 months, then eventually shown the exits. And a man that is so familiar to you in Badru Kadu has replaced him. We know that Calvary part ways with Jimmy, and he has since now been appointed at Express FC. Sum it up for us on those managerial changes.
One, in full respect for NEC, they know that they are now a big club. They are one of the trendsetters. I like the way they've adapted to their status. They are one of the top 4 in the league today. On the pitch and off it. Now, the decision they took to suspend Mbalango, for me, was a very good decision. And for Mbalango, I thought that was a very foolish act from him. You must understand, Ugandan football, yes, we are professionalizing and we are moving towards the direction we all want. When we are trying to do that, it's very unsettling when individuals who, in the case of Mbalango, who for me was the coach of the year last season and has probably been proving himself over the last 2 seasons, when we are getting all the reviews and you are being rated highly, that's not the moment you choose to do something that takes you back in terms of your level. Because how do you even think about working, in quotes, for a Saza team
and leave a top flight club?
Whatever your reasons, why would you do that when you know Masaza football is temporary? Whether they are engaging you or not, it's probably on consultancy basis. But why would you, in the middle of a league season, even if it was 1 day, take off a day or 2 and you go the other side
and commit your efforts,
and commit your effort, your energy, and everything you have to a Saza team? Is it, this is the question for me, was it for being idle? 1. Was it for wanting a little more money? Whatever that means. 3. Was it to gain more experience? 4, was it for winning new friends and widening your net, just in case? What was that reason? You are employed by NEC, one of the best paying clubs, with probably one of the best environments, very good coach. You have a day-to-day job. You are paid as a salaried employee. Why would you compromise that? So for me, that was foolish for him. And in case he did it unaware that NEC is not NEC, NEC is NEC, because maybe he was testing the waters. Maybe that was a bad way to find out. So for me, on the side of Mbalango, what he did was foolish. On the side of NEC, I love that they're not compromising. They're not compromising standards. They are set processes, set procedures, and I love that as a growing club into the elite category. For Calvary, it's unfortunate. They've not been paying their staff. The coach is one of their staff. Obviously, you also know that players have also left because of the same reasons. Now, and I'm aware that that coach is actually a competent coach. Quite good, quite talented. Now, his move was forced. Very unlike Mbalangu at NEC. This one, it was forced. Players are leaving or they are on strike. You are not being paid. Whatever you do or don't do, you are not moving forward. You are stagnated. Probably the situation is such that the Calvary don't have the money to pay you. So what are you doing? If some other club like Express is looking for someone and you are available and they offer you a job, I know that they are not in a different situation from Calvary as far as payments and financials are concerned. But we know when Express pulls you or when it attracts you, it's for the opportunity it creates for you. It's not necessarily that you're going to earn money or to do anything today. It's for tomorrow. Something because of that platform, another club might see you. Things happen. We know it happened. You've mentioned Kadu. Kadu had lost his opportunity with KCC when he left. He went lost somehow, but he got an opportunity with Express. He did great things at Express last season. Good football, posted very good results, going through the same circumstances. And that's where you see potential. That's where you see talent. He was building his CV. He was showing his competence. And never at any one time that season did you feel Express is a bad team. You always felt, were they better financially? This is a team that can compete. Now, he built his CV, someone else has seen it, and thank God it happens to be NEC. So yes, the change, that one at Calvary was forced, but also now the opportunity for him has opened up at Express. So those two, I think you can see that different circumstances, but at the end of the day, this is the environment we are working in.
Do you think that sometimes that if some of our managers, because we know that we change managers one too often sometimes, but do you think if our clubs are more stable financially and have that a more conducive environment in and around the club as an institution, do you think that some of our coaches would be better performing and the players perhaps as a whole? Because we know every now and then you will hear the rumors are circling around Express. For example, during that period after Badru Kadu had just left, I did learn to a certain extent that players had been told to train independently.
They always do that.
And I'm thinking to myself, is there no caretaker person that can usually, take care of this team? We are so accustomed that at the national team level, you always had Frank Video Anyau in and around the corners of the federation, that if a coach is away, he's there to, fill in the void. Clubs like KCCA and Vipers have that capability. You remember when Livingstone in Mbabazi misbehaved at Vipers, there was somebody to always, come and fill in the gap for a moment. So do you think finances play?
Well, for Express, that scenario, you can't avoid it. Even if there were to be somebody on the sidelines doing what? The reasons that coaches use to leave are the same. So in your either voluntary capacity or love for the club capacity to be available, for what? There is not much. So whoever would have been there is already somewhere. They've given him an assistant job somewhere or he's coaching somewhere. We know they used to be there. William Odoch, Kefa Chisala, George Semogede, those kinds of Bossa himself. Express has had a line of coaches who have always been available whenever they were in crisis, and they've always been called upon. Most of them ex-players at Express, OBs. They've always been there. But the same scenario has always remained, because even them, Hassan Mobiru, even them, when they actually avail themselves, within no time, 1 month or two, same thing hitting you again. You're on the same players again disappearing or having issues. So the same thing remains, and the same reason would cause those very coaches to actually leave. However, I've got to say that though is not the reason why Express, Calvary are having issues with performance. If we go by the financial scenarios, why? My KCCA. Would you at any one time over the last 7 seasons say that money has been a problem? You wouldn't say that there's been any financial crisis or gap or problem, whether with the coaches or with the players.
And by
extension, URA. And yet, this is the period when my club has performed very, very poorly. Not in the top 5, not in the top 5 for 2 successive seasons, not winning. So by the standards that the club sets for themselves, like I told you, for me, I consider that failure. Now, if you were to analyze why KCCA coaches fail, what would you tell me? It would be completely something else. So the problems with Ugandan football, especially the Ugandan league, are various. They are vast. It's a combination. At one club, it could be finances. At another, like I've told you, it could be focus. At another, it could be management. It's all different sets of problems. So it's still going to be hard because Ugandan clubs are not consistent with anything. And that's going to continue being a problem.
Okay, let's run away from the domestic league and go to the Uganda Cranes, who are going to play a set of friendlies, including one today against Chad, and then I think next week on Tuesday against Morocco, which are preparations for AFCON 2025 that is set for December 21st as kickoff that will be hosted in Morocco. Where do you see Uganda Cranes? We know Paul put pen to paper on a 3-year deal. Does that give us some confidence of the continuity that you mentioned the last time we were here together when it comes to the top boss there in managing the affairs of the Cranes and the overall squad as it was summoned? Of course, there's some new faces, not new by the virtue of the fact that we are hearing them for the first time, but new in the sense that they have not been in and around the team for a bit of a while. The likes of Lorenzo Mavren, I think, the German sort of born, and then you have Thomas Ikara returning back to the fold after a bit of time. Pen for us the Uganda Cranes, the shape they're in, and the preparation for AFCON.
The extension of Paul Pot's stay, another 3 years, gives us stability. Because that's important. Stability because the team has come from far. It's actually reached somewhere. Somewhere good enough to warrant our trust in the man who has been in charge. So it was a good move. Now, that stability should give us the platform to see continuity across the team, both within the playing staff and probably off the field. Now, at the time when in less than a month, we will be headed for Morocco, AFCON 2025, you feel, yes, you did not have to touch the technical bench at all. So near the big tournament. They worked so hard to get us there. They've started getting or giving us a semblance of a consistent national team in terms of probably the first 16. You want to see that continuing. Some of the players who have recently become mainstays in the team, it's been the work of Paul Put and his team.
Yes.
You want to see them continue growing, especially the defense where we've seen those new names, the midfield and strikers. We've seen some names that are Paul Put names, really. And their recent entrants, but also...
The obitas that we had not known about.
Yeah. So that is a good thing. When you allow him to continue his job, you are doing the right thing. The friendlies and the squad that has been chosen or summoned, largely, they're all there. A few surprises, though, for me. When Watambala, I think, was dropped for this particular call-up, that was a bit of a surprise for me. Aliro's inclusion, a big surprise, especially because he was included for a reason I didn't expect. I think he was named as a right back.
Among the defenders.
I look at Aliro, his best qualities over the last 6-7 years, right from these days at Wakiso, and his best attributes, and they're all attacking attributes. Very good when he crosses that line, whether he's a forward, a winger, or an attacking midfielder. That's how I sum him up. He's so good in those areas, in those brackets. So a bit of a surprise to see him coming in at this time and being named as a defender. Whether that was a mistake or it was to create room for someone else up front, I don't have an idea. Now, and then again, further rejection of Seru Njoji. Still, they don't rate him. That still surprises me that he's not rated. Finally, for me, though now at the wrong time, Gavin Kizito gets dropped after consistently being relied upon for the last, 5 years? Even when we say we don't have natural right backs, natural this, natural that, everybody has been called. Gavin has always been there. Even the recent campaign has been there. You've had me before. I don't rate him highly. And I've always questioned why he is preferred ahead of the others. The only problem now is the time when they've chosen to now drop him. I'm thinking, so right now, you drop Gavin Kizito, and this time you bring in Aliro, for example. Between the two choices for right back, then for me, it's not a brainer. I would still go with Gavin. But then the issue is, what are you solving in bringing Aliro for Gavin? They are both not right backs. Aliro is an attacking player. Gavin is a center back. So what have you sorted? That's the problem. But remember, I also didn't see Bomono.
Elvis Bomono.
Elvis. Now, was it for his performance recently when he was called up? Or he confirmed that he isn't good enough for the national team? Now, it further continues to confirm that right back and Uganda,
there's still a long way to go.
We have a long way to go, because everything we are seeing is being done for the right back position, and it's all wrong. It shows uncertainty. It shows trials. It doesn't augur well. So who knows where that leads us?
I also did see Bevis Mugabe.
Bevis Mugabe. Initially, I thought, there was a time he was omitted because of injury, especially I think in the last couple of games. I'm not so sure whether it's still injury or now
the team has moved
someone realizes that the team has moved on. Because remember, not only have you brought on Obita, remember, Torach has made an upgrade. He's good enough to compete. Mukundane, for me, warrants a start. Now, it could be that while what's the name?
Caprodosi?
No. The guy we're discussing, the centre back.
Bevis Mugabe.
Yeah. While Mugabe was busy being injured, and that's how footballers sometimes take advantage.
Yes.
The others have taken advantage, and now you can't call 5. So maybe it's because of that. These ones have been playing, they're fit, they are competitive because of their condition. And now the other one who had got injured and maybe he's off the pace, maybe they feel not now. So again, that one probably they may have their own reasons for that. But the concern, remember, as we speak, Kayondo,
Aziz Kayondo,
was injured. Moreover, in an unfortunate incident. I think last week he got, a bad head hit on the head. Actually, he fell very badly. It was even a bit worrying in terms of, that is too risky. The injury he got wasn't good. So he's been forced, he's not available now. The left back we have, Achai. Herbert, who is riding his luck ever since being called for Chan. He showed well at Chan, showed that he can compete for left. My issue though, and this is how football is interesting, while I felt he's our best option for left back in the Chan team, if you tell me he's the only one now available, unless tactically they make changes and adjustments, I don't see Achai being our left back at the Cranes level. I still feel he's not ready for the senior national team. So if he's going to just automatically replace Kayondo, I'm a bit uncomfortable there. I would rather the current team is jigged around.
Maybe he plays the right-footed centre back to the left.
For now,
to that side.
I feel I probably would go for that option.
Do you think ever since we bid goodbye to Jajawal and the likes of Nicholas Wadada, we've struggled with the fullbacks?
No, we haven't struggled. The only problem is who is the constant to deputize Kayondo.
Okay.
Aziz has been the most consistent defender amongst all of them. So there's not been any struggle, natural or whatever. My problem is, and I will never understand why, and I'll bring it back now. What happened to, what's the name? The former KCCA left back. Tall northern guy. The guy with a very good left foot, the short.
Yes. Kiza?
No. The guy used to compete with Walusimbi.
Ochaya?
No, Ochaya.
Yes, Joseph Benson.
Joseph Ochaya. Even during Walusimbi's time, I was finding it a problem accepting that he didn't deserve. Yes.
Sometimes he would play Walusimbi behind and then Ochaya in front.
Because Ochaya was that good, especially when it concerns transition.
Yes. He was
his
quick.
Accuracy, his technical skills as a defender, as a passer, as a crosser, as a goal scorer, as a free kick expert.
Yes, dead ball situations.
I've never felt at any one time that Ochaya shouldn't even be our number one. He had a problem competing with Walusimbi.
Yes.
So when you tell me that now Aziz Kayondo comes and Ochaya is not in the picture, now I have my big problems, because my question will be, are you telling me that Muleme, Isaac, deserved to still be part of that for as long as he was, and Ochaya didn't, and yet Ochaya is still active, is still playing? So I have a problem with why Ochaya is not part of that. Maybe it's one of those conspiracy theories that some of these players have issues beyond the pitch.
Okay.
And those are the reasons. Otherwise, there is no way
with some
your question, I would have an answer for your question in the negative to say, no, we don't have left backs. No. Uganda's one of the positions where we've really had a wealth of options ever since, I don't know what, 20 years or 25, even 30 is left back. So we've never been short of left backs. I'll tell you, Mwere, yes, someone may not like Mwere for the fact that he's a huge, tall, big defender who seems a bit uncomfortable with the ball in terms of his technical skills, though even that I contest. But if you're looking for a left back, Mwere for 3 seasons now at Bul, where has he gone wrong? What is his issue? He has the height, he has the physicality, he has the experience, he has a good shot, he's hard to beat. Yes, he's not so good going forward, but how different is he on that angle and Aziz Kayondo, who is trying to improve by the day? So why wouldn't Mwere be there? He's been called up in the squads lately, dropped called. He was part of the Chan team, he never played. So right now, why wouldn't he be part of that setup? So again, there are answers and questions I don't have, but looking at the team from outside, those are the issues I bring on the table.
Okay, quickly. We will be in Group C, where we'll have the 3-time champions of Nigeria. Last won the competition, I think, in 2013, when they beat Burkina Faso. We'll be in the same group with the 2004 champions of Tunisia, qualified for the World Cup directly from their group. They look a much more improved team than they have been for the last 20 years or so. And then our neighbors, Tanzania. Do you think we stand a chance of making it out of the team?
No, we won't. You saw Nigeria yesterday.
Yes, against Gabon. Victor Osimhen.
When Nigeria decides to be Nigeria, they are off the field, problems notwithstanding.
They're a very good team.
They're a very good team. Now, let's not even fool ourselves. I know we have this thing, when Uganda plays West Africans, because we are all physical, we are all having the same, I don't know, history, and I don't know, social, and I don't know, whatever. We have this thing that when we play against these guys, normally the head-to-head is not bad, and I agree. But this is now the Africa Cup of Nations. We are playing 2 teams that have qualified for the World Cup.
One has qualified directly, another is still in.
One has qualified directly. As you saw, Nigeria, probably they are going to join. But when you look at how they are on the pitch, let's forget theories. Tunisia right now is almost untouchable.
We always struggle along.
And historically, even at their worst, Tunisia is not a team we even do anything against. Tunisia as a nation, that one and Uganda, forget the discussion, whether it is senior, junior, blah, blah, blah. The problem is in this moment, Tunisia are way ahead. If you look at every game they played, whether it was World Cup qualifier, whatever you rate them for, World Cup, right now, they're just too good. Now, this Nigerian side have been provoked. We doubted them, and they've been question marks recently.
Yes.
This is not the time now. They are going to come and try to show everyone that, guys, this is the Super Eagles. We want this, and we want to go to America for the World Cup. So two of those, no, I don't think we stand a chance. Tanzania, same. Tanzania, we are in the same category. I think we are not any better than Tanzania in anything. I think we are the same level. The progress they've made lately for the national team is as good as ours. We might claim to have been at the AFCON 3 times in the last 5 years. So have they. In fact, in the last AFCON, we were not there, they were. When you talk of club football, they are way ahead of us. When you talk of, what are you going to talk about? When you talk of recent performances in Chan, we were at the same level, performed the same way. When I look at the Tanzanian national team, I put it here. I put the Uganda national team, I put it here. Taifa Stars and Cranes. I look at both. I don't see any superiority that Uganda has over them. In fact, for them, a number of their players, because of Simba and Yanga, the consistency with which they've been playing at top CAF level competitions, continental level, and not just playing. Their teams have been going finals, semi-finals, quarterfinals, winning. That helps the players get experience, mature, it improves their level, and mentally it makes them stronger. Our players have not enjoyed that. The bulk of our players now, the ones who are featuring in Europe, not many of actually none is playing at a real top level club. Their leagues, wherever they are playing, it's not as though they are much better in terms of competitiveness. And the players who are also feature here, maybe in East Africa, here and there. So for me, we are the same level. On the day in that group, I'm seeing, of course, Tunisia and Nigeria ahead of everyone. I see Tanzania and Uganda same level. So let's wait and see what will happen. But in terms of order, I think Uganda is Uganda.
Okay. Let's quickly run into a competition that Nigeria has dominated the most of any other nation, and that's the Under-17 World Cup. They've won it the most times, 5 different times. Brazil comes second, but our very own, the Uganda Cubs, have debuted in the competition. And in their last game, they did beat up against the 2001 champions. And I think the losing finalists for 2023 that German won. What have you made of the Uganda Cubs in those 3 games that they played?
I've liked their character. They've played this tournament without fear. I like that. You've got to remember that youth football is not like national team at senior level football. Young players, it doesn't matter where they come from, they're young players. And it's hard to talk of, in quotes, pedigree of the teams we are seeing. Why? Because there is, remember, it's under 17.
Every tournament brings its own group of players.
So every tournament brings its own group of youngsters. So you don't have much of whoever you saw last time coming back again. That's one. Then 2, young players, they may not play the same today and tomorrow. Today, it doesn't matter what team, they might be very good today. 4 days from now, they might be very poor. That's because of the age. They are still developing. Now, what the Cranes have done is to actually prove that. Because France have won the Under-17 before.
Yes,
France have been in the semi-finals 3 times. They've played the finals twice. You'd say they have experience, but that's not the team we are playing. It's not the experience. They have the pedigree as a nation. Now, you would have thought that mentally we would have been weaker, would have been intimidated. That didn't happen. And when you see the match itself, though they dominated possession, France, in terms of what we did when we had the ball,
Uganda created the better scoring chances.
And even moving forward, you thought they had belief, they were aggressive. The goal we scored, wonderfully made.
Yes.
From where it started to where it ended, wonderfully made.
The involvement of Walusimbi in that midfield.
Yeah, we could have scored 1 or 2 more. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing. The pick out for me, because I'm not so concerned about how far we go, I don't think shall go very far. But I'll pick out performances because this is the time
The individual
for
performances.
players to put themselves out in the shop window. You don't get many chances.
And get
Now, Bogere, I am so convinced he's a future gem, depending on how he handles now.
the period between now and probably
Yes.
20 years. Then.
That boy knows football. He's technically gifted. He's a goal poacher. He has game awareness, game intelligence. He's fearless.
Yes.
And I'm thinking this is the position we've lacked for some time, looking for that reliable, consistent goal scorer or center forward that Uganda can talk about. We've not had that for years.
Yes.
I'm thinking, handled well, going through the right nurturing, the right hands, this boy looks like he could become that center forward that Uganda has been yearning for, because the boy knows ball.
Yep.
Remember, he's not just scored 2 goals. Even in the qualifiers, he did score, was it 6 goals or whatever? Even in the Sekafa, this boy has considered, and if you follow him at his Masaka Sunshine, El Cambian stuff, this boy is not a one-off. He is good. So yes, it's a pick out for me. And I'm thinking, I just wish somebody has seen him. I just wish he has convinced somebody that he has promise and potential so that he's taken somewhere.
Be rest assured, some of those boys have really been.
I really. The other I picked out is Jara, the KCCA
youngster.
defensive midfielder.
Yes.
That guy is a bit like Conte. N'Golo Kante, sorry.
I think you're the second person I've had.
In terms of how he does is the ball, okay, even when you look at his build and how he plays, his aggression, his can I say his mentality, his work rate, he's like a water carrier. He goes. Now, you know, those kind of number 6s are reducing in football, not just, there are not many.
Those workaholics.
Those workaholics, and the way he plays from minute 1 is how he plays to the last minute, and doesn't care how many gifted players are around him. He'll go for you, he'll go for him, he'll go. The role that he plays for that team, we don't have many who play that role today. That boy has done that at this level. Maybe he's benefiting because he's playing regularly at KCC. He's given so many chances. So he's getting maturing. He matures faster. But I've picked him out and I'm thinking, okay, that one also with guidance is one. The surprise for me was the captain of the day against France. The guy who provided the assist. What was the name? Sengoba?
No.
Or something. Someone come out Sengoba. That captain of the day.
Sengoba, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Sengoba. I thought, especially for that game, his entire approach play, his energy, his versatility, his work rate, he used belief. He was tackling hard, then chasing that line, running down the line as a right wing back. The way he assisted, overall, and as a leader, overall, I thought, okay, I think if a good club comes by even here and they give him a chance, he can also play some good ball. These others, Walusimbi and others, okay, the ball Magala has a bit disappointed. I thought Magala is better than what we've seen for. The others, to be honest with you, there's not been outstanding individual performances for the under-17s. No. As a team, they have done something. But there's not been, no. They've not been that. But as a team, they've done well. They've adapted tactically. They've engaged themselves well. They've introduced themselves well to the world. We are playing Senegal on Saturday tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. We are up against Senegal. Senegal are yet to lose a game in this one. You
are talking about losing a game. They are the only team that haven't conceded. There is not losing because 4 teams haven't lost.
Actually,
but they are the only team who haven't conceded.
A goalless draw against Croatia, 1-0 against Costa Rica, and they beat up against UAE by 5-0.
In youth football, to finish a group stage playing 3 teams and you've not conceded, let me tell you, it's commendable. Youth football, It's about players going forward, being free, dribbling. So it's hard.
Trying to shoot from distance.
It's hard not to concede. It's hard. But that tells you what we already know about Senegal. Remember them here? During Chan?
Yes.
How they made their way to the top?
Yes.
What was the background or the basis? Defense. You know the national team of Senegal. What is their most recognized quality? Defending. So it looks like for them, and remember they have height, they have physicality, so they're using their natural endowment and whatever else now to build on what comes to them naturally. Believe me, they are good at defending. So what am I saying? I'm going to ignore what we've done before the next stage. I am going to rate our team the way they are going to play against Senegal. Why? They are fellow Africans. Yes, everything we say we are similar, we probably will be similar. But for me, they're the team to rate. That hardness of theirs. The fact that right now in Africa, bar Morocco, they are the best African team in last 5-6 years when it comes to youth development. Under this, under that, under 15, Senegal have led the way. So it's a good team to actually use for us as a yardstick.
Okay, but somebody will tell you they got beat by Ivory Coast at the CAF under 17.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that when you are the best at something, you don't get beaten. You look at the big picture. You will get beaten. Every team gets beaten. So I don't look at being beaten. I look at what they do with their under 15, under 17, under 19, under 20. You look at it because remember they've won. They've been in the finals. You see the Chan. What team do they bring to Chan? They bring a different team at Chan. They don't bring their regular players in the senior team. You look at what they do with their youth. Yes, to determine whether they are good or not. And clearly, they've done it much better than the rest of us, even more importantly, better than Uganda. Because for them, you can track their players from under this to the national team, the senior national team, including professional. For us, you can't do that. So I love that we are playing them. Results notwithstanding, it's the best measure of how far we've come.
I thought the Federation had started a system of tracking players.
What system?
With the player registration.
If I asked you,
they went so big.
If I asked you the team we are witnessing under 17,
where they've been the years in between.
Pick out the 4 15. Who are at El Cambio. And that's not the work of the Federation.
Yes.
That's El Cambio's job.
Yes.
They are responsible for what we are seeing. Get all the other players. Can you try to tell me where each of those has come from? You're not going to remember where they've come from. You just see this one at KCCA, Vipers, It's pick, bring them as under 17. Now let's move. There is nothing we've done for them to bring them to that level.
For a country that has the Coca-Cola primaries or games, I think we should be doing better on tracking players because usually that's where young players are spotted at the Coca-Cola school tournament.
No, you're going to track the players. The issue is not tracking because we all know where the players are. The issue is what you do with them after tracking them. Tracking has been done for as long as Coca-Cola has been there. I'm a fan of Coca-Cola for 20 years or so. This tournament has been there. Every time, every year, you get over 100 players who are picked and selected. They even used to do trips to Brazil, I don't know where, participating. Every year, if you've been producing 100 from Coca-Cola, can you even give me one who we can trace to 2005 or 2011 and we say, oh, that boy came from Coca-Cola? Now, they are not there. So the issue is not picking them out. The issue is not even the tracking. The issue is what do we do with them? When we select them and we put them together, who do we hand them to? Do we hand them to the Federation or does the Federation take them over? No. So where do they go? Clubs? I don't know. Schools? I just have no idea what happens to them. So what that tells you, we have a gap in managing that category of players. Footballers, the youngsters. We don't have that definite program and plan to manage them, and that's the problem.
Okay. The next part is going to be, we're going to go Europe. All right. We take now the flight to Europe. Particularly, we'll start with the Premier League. And good enough is donning the jersey. I'll ask him what has gone so wrong so quickly for Liverpool this season. A team that when we last met, you said they are going to defend their crown given the investment they had done. But somehow, after match day 5, they've gone on to lose 5 games in the last 6. For those of you that are following the conversation, yes, I understand it's not the first time this is happening to Liverpool. It did happen to them after winning the Premier League title in 2020. The subsequent season, 2021, I think around there, they faltered.
Under who?
Under Jurgen Klopp. And in comparison, that team was much better than this one, in my opinion, with the overall squad. But Anna Slot, what's gone so bad so quickly for you?
Well, I'll first add one more for you. Manchester City, last season, after winning 4 back-to-back trophies, setting all sorts of records, coming back with everything that they needed to continue the dominance, they had their worst spell after being the club that made history in the Premier League. And who was the coach?
Pep Guardiola.
Okay. Many people have rushed to use Liverpool's scenario to claim that Ancelotti is a bad coach. He's poor. He doesn't know what he's doing. But I'm telling you, it's happened to the coaches who have been the yardstick in the Premier League for the last 7, 8 years. Yes. If it has happened to Guardiola, it has happened to Jurgen Klopp. It can happen to Ancelotti. And I remind you, when it happened to Guardiola last season, Liverpool won the title by 13 points ahead of Man City.
Yes.
When Liverpool won the title in 2020,
yes,
City again were the defending champions.
I think they were behind.
They were the defending champions. They were behind by 18 points.
Yes.
I'm bringing that to tell you what's happening to Liverpool today is normal in football. We may not have a name for it. I don't know what it's called or it's supposed to be. It does happen in football. So the question is, okay, the circumstances might be different. So what's happening this time around? I think first of all, there are mistakes that the coach has made, Ancelotti, this time around. Up until now, he is yet to decide, in my opinion, what tactics to employ, how Liverpool should play. That's the first problem. Secondly, the difference between this Liverpool and Klopp's Liverpool, Klopp emphasized 2 things, what we called meta football. He said when he took over, and he said over and over again, I want Liverpool to be the team that no one wants to play against, whether at home or in Europe. He kept saying it. I'm building this team so that no one wants to play against it. What he meant, when my team goes out there, no one wants to play it for these reasons. The pressing, that is physicality. Yep. The work rate, that is physicality. When they are in possession, how they come at you, aggression, speed, unrelenting. A lot of what Klopp was saying is, I'm going to build my talented team into a physical one. Putting emphasis on work rate, team effort, meta football, meaning, guy, just put in that foot non-stop. It's like, let's operate as machines. And truthfully, that's one of the things that Pep Guardiola admitted. One of the reasons why Liverpool were unbeatable. Slot's team is the exact opposite of metallic football. Look at our team. No emphasis on the physical shape of the team. Very weak physically. Most of our players, that's one of the reasons they are not even on top of their game. Easily brushed aside. They don't win back balls because they are physically weak. As a team, our departments don't work in tandem. There is a break in the way the departments work with each other. So that already is there. And when you look at the individuals we have, more than half of our team are all naturally forward-looking players, not defensive players. When you look at our midfield, we do not have one player who is a Henderson kind of player, James Milner kind of player, Fabinho kind of player. If I bring those, George Wijnaldum kind of player, you know what I'm meaning?
Yes.
They don't win balls. They don't tackle. Exactly.
The athleticism.
That's the
relentlessness.
The relentlessness. It's none of that. All of them, you smile only when they have the ball. The only one who is trying to break away from that, and that is thanks to his talent, is Ryan Gravenberch. Even when we are prizing Ryan Gravenberch, you can imagine he's not a defensive player.
Yeah.
He's not even, his gift is not tackling, but he's just too talented that he can at least
It's about game reading,
winning the ball using speed. So we completely lack the elements that made the team. That's one. Meanwhile, everybody else, every top coach has realized that. So they know our weakness. It's in front of them. They're saying, don't worry. Even when you're a small team, no, these ones, don't worry. Just come and run, apply the physicality, be direct. These ones can't handle.
I saw that,
and that's exactly
very well
what is
against
happening.
Brentford.
Brentford did that. Crystal
did it
Palace
so
did
well.
that. Everyone who has beaten us has done that. Crystal Palace did that. Now, let me give you an example of the confusion of Ancelotti. Last season, he beat Man City twice, home and away.
But 2 goals to nil in each.
And we've been beating Man City lately. But the reason why Liverpool has been beating the big teams in recent seasons, one which is so obvious to me, is what Ancelotti changed against Man City. Liverpool plays well when they come on the pitch and plays the only way they know how to play, and using their attributes of, we are good in attacking, with the ball, we just go for the game.
Yeah.
He chose against Man City to try and first take care of Man City by being careful. Don't rush. Don't open up. Keep your shape. Don't allow them to come at you. Man City will come at you. They are better on the ball and with the ball than you. They will come at you. We are poor at defending, so they will get past you. We are very poor defenders this season. They will get. That is the strategy we came with. So that confusion again, we are beaten. So this season, unfortunately, that's what has happened now. There are people who have been blaming Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, and Mohamed Salah. I'll tell you why I'm not so critical with them. It all begins with the fact that as a team, this season, we are broken. No one is doing their responsibility. The defense can't defend. The defenders can't defend. I've just talked about the midfield. We are so open. So we are not winning balls. We are not compact. We are not aggressive. The players the people are trying to criticize, Wirtz, Ekitike, Salah, you can even add Gapco. These are players who are our front line. They feed on what comes from their behind. Yes. There's no way going to expect Florian Wirtz, who naturally is not physical. Just remember Zidane in his days. Remember Philippe Coutinho in his days. There are players in football where a coach must admit defending and winning balls is not his job. The Mesut Ozils. So the instructions always are, all of you guys do your job.
The one man.
Once you get it, it happens in football. You are going to make exceptions to certain players in your team, and you say, you guys, do the dirty work, break your legs, do this one, once you've done this, it happens. That's what should be happening to Wirtz. But because of the circumstance the whole team is, now everybody wants to see Wirtz defending, fighting. He's not going to do that because it's not his game. It's not how he's built. But you're going to think he's a failure. So individuals who are seen as failures so far are not failures. It is because as a team, right now, so many elements are going wrong. And for some players to perform, others have to do their job, which we are not doing. So yes, Liverpool are not in good shape, but the reason is more than just one. And of course, the thing I'd also told you, that also, it is just one of those things that have happened, that last year we were too good, this year we are just a broken team.
Anyway, they have a couple of games coming up against Nottingham Forest at PSV in the UEFA Champions League. West Ham, that will be away. Sunderland, very physical side. We saw that against Arsenal. Leeds away, and then Inter Milan. Do you think they can use this set of games between between the end of November and mid-December to try and put on a good run?
Yeah. Liverpool is not a bad team. And for argument's sake, they are not so far from the top. They are not a bad team. The quality of the players is not bad. We only have to fix where we are getting it wrong tactically and not panic. 27 games to go. The season is still on. So yes, we are going to win games. We want to win all, but we're going to win games. We are going to gain stability again. We are going to get back in shape. You saw how we played against Real Madrid.
Yeah, very, very impressive.
And yet Real Madrid has been on fire this season.
In fact, it had given me confidence, given how they played against Aston Villa and then came against Real Madrid and improved on their performance. Going into the City game, I was a bit confident that if they bring what they brought against Real Madrid, they'll definitely have a chance.
Exactly. And of course, also, last season we are so good playing away from home. With most of our wins, actually, we posted them away from home. This season, it's been the opposite. So you think, okay, until we gain our confidence, every time we're playing at home, we're going to try and use that to get those points so that we build on the confidence. So at least the initial games at home, I think we will win them. And game by game, week by week, I think we shall improve. I don't think that scenario is going to stay. In fact, for me, my estimation was, given the number of new players we have, about 7 of them, I had thought it's only going to start looking like a real team after November. Unfortunately, the period we've lost so many points and games. But believe me, by the time we go into the second part of the season, the team would have improved.
Because Isak is out injured, Jeremy Frimpong, and yet there's some of the new members. Anyways, I will move on to Manchester City. Are Manchester City Arsenal's biggest title rivals, or it's the other way around, in your opinion?
And why is even anybody saying that Arsenal are the favorites? Because they are on the top?
Because currently they are at the summit.
Now,
after 11 games.
Being on top of the table at any one time does not make you the favorites to win a title. Arsenal, at their best, which they are now. Man City, at their best, which they've returned to now.
Yes.
For me, there is not a brainer. Man City will be the team to beat. So right now, for me, I would say Man City and Arsenal are the teams. The difference, Arsenal are more complete because everywhere across the facet, they are good. In defense, in midfield. I still don't think they are good in attack. They have the players, they have the material, the way they are playing, and I don't know why. They, for example, ever since Odegaard became unavailable, they lack that player between the lines who I call a playmaker. That player who all the time is the one opening up defense, creating, thinking. The fluidity. Arsenal suffer in the final third. You see them struggling to find where should we pass. You see them struggling to say who should help us get behind. When you look at Saka, who now opponents have studied, opponents are restricting him so much to one side of the pitch. They don't allow him. And when his movements are restricted, the rest of the pitch suffers. Because when Saka does it, it's for himself. He's penetrative, he sees the spaces, he can score, he can assist. Now, when he's kept out of games, the only person who sometimes look like maybe he'll do it for us, you can imagine, is Declan Rice or lately Eze. But it's not flowing, it's struggling. It's not football. I have said a number of times that even when they are winning games, and doesn't matter who scores, I don't believe any team can go 38 games in a season without having 1 or 2 reliable goal scorers, and you make it. Arsenal are too far behind. Your top scorer cannot have 3 goals. The rest 1, 2. We are already in 11 games. You need that one player who, in every 2 games you expect it has to happen. I don't care. You can do what they are doing now for 15 games. You can. You can't sustain it over 38 games. And for me, it is their biggest drawback. There are games that are going to be difficult.
True.
The Sunderland game was an example. There are games that are going to be difficult.
In fact, when you look at their next set of fixtures, they have Tottenham Hotspur after the international break. They play Bayern Munich, they play Chelsea, they play Brentford, they play Aston Villa.
When you have difficult games, which will happen in football, sometimes all you look forward to is, okay, even if you get one chance, at least if player X gets half a chance, you need that. Who can give you? Who do you give half a chance in Arsenal to score?
It's hard to point at that one.
There is nobody. But Man City
have brought Erling Haaland, 14 goals already.
And someone might say it is a one-man team. Whatever you look at it, I'll turn it backwards and say, tell me who has won a title without that one player. So whether it means it's a one-man team, they need him. Whether it's Hurricane for Bayern, whether it's Lewandowski for Barcelona, whether it's Mbappe for Real Madrid, you name it, whatever you want. Whether it is Ronaldo for what team, you must have that player. Now, Man City have this stupid guy who will score with his hair, and he's in such a rich vein of form. Now, what they have... that guy, even when he's lost, even when a game is too bad, he will steal something.
Yeah, he doesn't need so many touches on the ball to get a goal. In fact, there's a game I seem to remember particularly, I think it was last season. He had about like 5 touches in the first half. Second half, couple of touches, he scored 2 goals. Against Burnley, his goals came in the 90th minute and in the 93rd minute.
And that's when the game is being forgotten. So I think teams need that. And for me, Man City defensively are not so solid. They concede. But I've watched Man City's last 3 games, both in the Champions League and their game against Liverpool.
Against Borussia Dortmund and Liverpool, and then in between there, they lost to Aston Villa.
Man City, the way they are looking now, it's almost as if they've been embarrassed with themselves in recent seasons. They've been insulted that other teams are being rated ahead of them. And they are saying, we are still Man City, I'm still Guardiola, our coach is still the best. Now let's go and remind everybody. And when they do that, remember, they're the best at playing the game. The way they beat Borussia Dortmund, Phil Foden was one of the best players on the this season he has returned.
He's returned. Tijani Reinders was so good.
Have you seen Chucky?
I've seen Ryan.
Now you even have a problem deciding between Chucky and Reinders, who is even the better player.
Although Ryan Chucky, what I've observed with him, when he usually starts games, he does not have the same impact than when he comes off the bench. Nonetheless, he's still a very, very good creative player. He has that soft touch on the ball. The natural left foot is there. And
they have too many creators. They have too many players to bother.
You looked at that Liverpool game, Nico Gonzalez, the way he manned that midfield.
And then they did not miss this fake boy chooses in all seasons to suddenly appear. Jeremy Doku. The guy, the sleeping talent. Doku, finally this season. Because the talent, skills and everything he has. But unlocking that was the problem.
And the finishing touch.
Suddenly, Doku now can come inside and now look at the goal like this and now do his things in the open space, taking out people, assisting, opening. He was being criticized heavily in recent past because of his not making decisions. He plays. Now, whatever Guardiola has told him, now with his pace, his industry, his power,
he has the physique,
his center of gravity, and when he runs at you, you don't want that. Now, Man City, what does that mean? Man City now has Doku, Chucky, Reinders. Of course, Silva will always be Silva. This boy, Haaland, then Foden. Any team that has at least 4 dangerous attacking players, experienced in winning championships as Man City are.
And then the Oscar Bobs will pop up once in a while and be the
very tricky player, Oscar Bob. Very tricky player. And then there is this Gonzalez guy who is featuring where Rodri was playing.
Yes, Nico Gonzalez. They brought him.
Did you see that Spaniard, how he played against Liverpool?
Yes.
Actually, it was because of him that our entire midfield was nullified.
Exactly.
So this Man City has a way they come up with solutions. And for me, that's why I'm saying they are now 4 points behind Arsenal. There are 27 games to go. I am not so sure whether if both teams continue winning, Arsenal will manage the pressure of City.
When you look at the next set of games coming for Manchester City, after the international break, they have Newcastle. And we know Newcastle have not been very good in the Premier League this season. Then they play Liverpool, they play Leeds, Fulham, Sunderland, and Real Madrid. So you look at those games between Newcastle and before the Real Madrid.
City has a better run.
That's a good run for
City has a better run.
And I'm thinking for Arsenal that often get their Black November, whatever they may want to call it, this could be the time that then City actually leap forward.
And you don't want City to go on top. You don't want City to go on top heading into Christmas when Liverpool is this bad and when they just overtake Arsenal, because then of the 2 sets of players and coaches, one knows how to handle that stage, the other doesn't.
Exactly. You feel Pep Guardiola.
So I really feel Pep has something up his sleeve.
Now, quickly on Manchester United, 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5. Are Man United back? Are they getting their emoji back?
No, they're just better than they were in recent seasons, but they're not back. They have improved because of a couple of players who have improved them. Domo for one, Kuna, those players have improved them. They have this fullback, is it Dogu?
Patrick
Dogu, he's a very good player. I think I've liked what I've
Diallo.
seen. For Diallo, he's always there, individual. Casemiro also not back to his best, but now the aging, whatever, he's brushed that aside because he has quality. He's adding to their solidity. And I only have a few question marks, and I don't know that it's because of the way they are using him. And next season, for me, Fernandes is their best player. This season, I don't know.
As number 8.
He's being withdrawn to number 8, I think, because of Kuna. I love to see Fernandes nearer the goal than away from it.
That's where he loves.
Because, that guy, his vision, his shooting, the way he drifts inside goal, the way his late runs, his technical skills when he has the ball at feet. When he's withdrawn very far, I feel the team loses something. But maybe they're trying to create space for Kuna, who is also very good. But
they're trying to create space for Brani Mbumo and Matthias Cunha. But it's also because United no longer have that natural number 8, the traditional number 8 that is going to help you in midfield.
Been making mistakes with
Kobe
that.
Mine has not been trusted to develop into that.
And no problem. Fernandes can play number 8. Actually, for me, probably that's his number. It's just that for the team to get more from him, he needs to be farther ahead. He still will do his thing, but where he will probably be more dangerous for every 4 moves, maybe now you are restricting him to 2 because he's not going to run. 1 minute he's in the midfield fighting for the ball and the next is inside the box, because once inside the box, Fernandes, great player. So for me, United improved, but they are just United. They are going to win some games, they are going to lose some games, but they look a better team.
Chelsea.
No, Chelsea, I've never rated them. They're just an improving team, but very unpredictable. They are good this week, not good next week. Their problem is consistency, and I can't blame them because even when you look at their players, Caicedo. And in a way, Fernandes. They lack consistency. Joao,
Pedro,
Liam
Delap, William Estabao.
Technical skills and everything, yes. But
they look like they have
consistency. They can't put up a game run for 3 games. And even the individuals. The individuals can't be the same for 3 games. Shining this one, go off the foot.
They have the most changes with about 85 in their team by Maresca. And sometimes
that's going to affect them.
Really
that's going to affect them. So Chelsea, yes, they're good. They're going to give us good games this week. No, Chelsea and Spurs are in the same category. Chelsea and Spurs, they're the same category. Good teams will give some good games. Bad ones, game off, exactly in the same category.
Quickly, as we wrap this one up, UEFA Champions League, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich.
Great game, good game, balanced.
Bayern Munich are unbeaten this season.
Bayern Munich, man.
They only drew before the international break against Union Berlin, 2-2.
Bayern Munich are playing the best football probably as a team. They have this evergreen Hurricane.
Luis Diaz has been
I think Hurricane is being criminally overlooked and underrated. I think Hurricane does not get the credit he deserves, the adulation. I don't know why, maybe because he's not a poster boy. But if I ask you, what does Haaland do? What is Haaland or Kylian Mbappe doing that Kylian Mbappe, Hurricane is not doing? And for me, he's even doing better than them. And at all levels, at home, in Europe. So Bayern has that guy. Then, of course, they have some 3-4 individuals in there who make the difference as well. I love the work that Company has done with the team. He's knit them together. I think he learned 1 or 2 things from his former mentor, who is Pep Guardiola. He's applied that at Bayern Munich. When you look at them, they look a team. What I like with Bayern, they look like a team.
Yes.
A team and confidence. They are going for it, winning match game in and out. So their game against Arsenal, who for me also have been really good this season. The difference is Arsenal are solid. Bayern are a good team. Arsenal are a solid team. There's a difference. Arsenal solid, hard to break. You look for those spaces and those channels, you don't see them. You look for that outstanding individual in Arsenal, you don't see him. Now, people have not noticed that. There is nobody standing out in Arsenal if you're looking for individuals. But put them as a team, hey, you think everybody is good at what they do. Now that is very good for them as a team. Bayern Munich here, you know, a Harry Goal can go become a Michael Olise, who also is one of those wingers who are being underlooked. Michael Olise, he's
when you look at his numbers, just right up there with actually with the likes of Lamine Yamal, if not even better.
No, Olise is better. Numbers are better than Lamine Yamal.
Nobody is
and not even just numbers. His football. Olise is about his football. So yeah, I think the problem with football is some players are lucky that they are loved. Others, even when whatever they do, nobody wants to pay attention. And Olise falls in that category because he's one of the exciting players with the ball. Nobody will want to talk about that.
Have you been surprised by how quickly Luis Diaz has adapted and even been...
No, I'm not surprised. Luis Diaz is a rare top footballer. Luis Diaz is the same when he's playing for Colombia. Doesn't matter where he's playing. He is the same. He has talent, but he has 2 or 3 things that other talented players like him don't have. He's tenacious. He's tireless. He's willing to put in the shift. He works hard. He runs at you. He will play ugly if he has to. He reminds me so much. He reminds me Luis Suarez a lot. Players who beyond their quality, they just love so much football that they are just going to do everything they need to do. So him going in that Bayern team and being the player he is, I'm not surprised. We lost a player, but it's the nature of these footballers to move on. Whether it was a mistake for our coach to release him, I don't know. But that's how he ended. He's now there. He's doing the job for Bayern Munich. He's playing well. Of course, that's why he got that red card. But because players like that, they have so much adrenaline that they're bound to do things like that.
Chelsea, Barcelona.
Barcelona will win.
Then PSG, Tottenham. These guys are the ones that play the Super
PSG
Cup.
Will win. PSG's quality is still a level above. Like I said, Spurs will give you 1 or 2 moments, but PSG...
In that game in the Super Cup, Spurs led by 2 goals to nil. PSG came from behind, late on in the game, equalized, and then eventually won it.
And now Spurs won't even have a chance to go in the lead. I think PSG, off the bench, what they bring off the bench and onto it, I think PSG... as an all-round team, PSG...
Anyways, guys, conversations with football with Aldrine may never end if we do not cut them short, because we can talk football all day. We are that enthusiastic about the game, but allow us to wrap it here. And perhaps if another opportunity does present itself, I will take the time and bring you more on that. Otherwise, stay blessed, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.
See you.